We're following a dramatic shift in the Syrian civil war this morning. Over the weekend, rebel fighters took control of most of Aleppo. That is the country's second largest city, and they did it in a lightning assault. President Bashar al-Assad's regime has responded with airstrikes backed by Russia. The nearly 14 years long war has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives and until recently was locked in a stalemate. Joining us now for more on this is CBS News reporter Courtney Kealy. Courtney, good to see you. So tell us what we know about the situation on the ground, why this offensive is happening now, and how the rebels were able to so quickly seize Aleppo.
So we'll try to really break it down. These are Syrian opposition fighters, and they're composed of different groups formerly allied to al-Qaeda and ISIS, and that's a big problem for the administration, outgoing and incoming, both President Biden and President-elect Trump. So what we're looking at is a huge piece of territory, and that's why it matters. These Syrian opposition fighters were sitting in Idlib province, which is into the northeast, and they made this huge lightning offensive, capturing most of Aleppo, Idlib province, and a large swath of land in the west. There was a power vacuum. Hezbollah fighters have largely been decapitated. They've been fighting on the side of President al-Assad throughout the civil war. They're back in Lebanon trying to regroup, and they're not going to be armed anymore. So he's lost that group to defend him. Al-Assad's forces basically disappeared, melted into the background and they're called Hayat al-Tahrir al-Shams. We'll go with HTS on that. HTS moved in. They took over the city. And now we have to really see what their objectives are and how far, and will they get to Damascus? That's the big question. You have now, and it involves everybody, Iraqi loyal Shia groups, some militia groups. They also have confusing names. Kataib Hezbollah, that's not the Hezbollah of Lebanon. This is Hezbollah from Iraq. They have crossed the border to defend al-Assad's forces. So we're seeing what has been known as a civil war. It's been dormant for 8 years. This lightning offensive, changing facts on the ground, involving all these different countries. Because Turkey borders, and Turkey has been known to offer assistance, not military and in any way or weapons, but support to this group because they see this group as somebody that could maybe topple al-Assad. Others do, but you have to be cautious because is it the devil you know or the devil you don't know? Al-Assad is known as a butcher. He's put down his own people, massacred, tortured. He's got a black record. But these guys coming in, al-Jolani is the head of HTS, which I just gave you the acronym for. He was allied to al-Qaeda. Is this something we're seeing ISIS come back, or is this a group that will remain moderate? And we have to wait and see on that. But right now it involves Russia, who's really on the back foot because they're distracted by Ukraine. It involves Lebanon. Their fighters are no longer there, but they border it. It involves Iran, because Iran protects their holy sites in Damascus and has propped up al-Assad, but they're on the back foot with Israeli military operations. So you have a big change in this huge piece of land that borders so many other countries. And I'll just keep you updated on this. This is really just the beginning as we're seeing it flat.
Yeah, and no one can break it down the way that you can, Courtney. Thank you very much for your reporting and your analysis and insight. We appreciate it.